Today on Flerian News, we report straight from Otto, the Governor-General of Aurelia. According to Otto, the Aurelian shipyards have teamed up with Frederick and area boat to make a new fleet for the Aurelian Air Defense Force. Otto has bought a shipment of 30 area boats, which he reportedly plans on using to retake Aurelian territory for Fleria. Many believe that the untested area ships are going to be a liability for the air fleet, as the new design leaves the slow and steady style that worked for many of the old Alaric ship models for a new fast and armoured model using propellers to direct the boat, a new style rather than industrial furnaces to burn aerolite to lift the ship using the created gas. They have found that they can shift an electrical current into material to cause it to lift off the ground. Scientists discovered that the material chemical compounds resembled that of runes, and act off shooting electricity into the runes created a reaction similar to that of using a soul, but at a much lesser level. Otto has also used his new technology to produce a new, larger-than-ever ground ship that was supposed to be the size of a small town. In the report, he stated an operation to make a ground ship to replace the capital, as being able to move would protect the city from large artillery barrages from Clutar. The company, MES, Machine Exosuits, has taken the lead in the production, seemingly working with multiple construction companies, with Good Industries offering their new factory to try to fuse together their works. In other news, people in Rosia have been rioting in the capital after the death of an Avarax due to Governor-General Holstein being afraid of it approaching too close to the city. Rioters are stating that due to the low number of the animal, as well as the animal being important to the state as the old religion of Rosia stated that Aurochs were holy animals, that they would gift the old residents of the state with gifts of food. In Flerian political news, Penda is re-running for Prime Commander after her term has come to an end. Many believe she will be voted out due to her conflicts with Otto and Theodore, and due to the rising star Raymond Stevens, a member of the Blue Dragons of Livonia, a largely respected member of his community, who has been campaigning across the nation, running on a party idea of pushing back against Clutar, popular with civilians who stated that Penda seems to do nothing for the war effort. More news at 5. As for now, we transition to advertisements and the premiere of The Adventures of Marshmallow, a radio show based on the works of a scientist in Solaria who found a way to bring life to him and to objects by the power of runes. The show will showcase his Star Lab example, Marshmallow, and follow him on his many journeys through the world after the Great Escape, which ended up shutting down the program. This show will be airing new episodes weekly at 3. Have you been getting to work late due to how slow your land steamer is? Have you been saving up for years to finally buy the steamer of your dreams, only for them to come out with a new one twice the price and stop making yours? Well, look no further than Good Industries. Here at Good Industries, or GI for short, we specialize in making steamers for everyone. Low-priced, quality, fast steamers for every man and woman's need.
I drive my GI every day from home to the capital and back.
Take that from most famous of buyers, Sina Valeria, the third most powerful person in all of Fleria. If they trust GI with getting them to where they need to be for the sake of the nation, you can trust GI to drive you to pick up your kids from school.
I just can't seem to get any work done. I'm always so tired.
Have you tried Luna's Glow? It packs enough energy to keep you running even after not sleeping the night before.
Luna's Glow? Never heard of it.
Luna's Glow is packed with ground-up Lumastone to give it that signature glow, and mixed with cat to give it the stimulating effect. And you can buy it for only 10 clone at your local market.
Wow, I'll have to try it. And for such low prices, too.
You will know its glow from the way it shows. Just look for the yellow bouncing off the shelf. Are your hands hurting from having to fix your family's clothes every day? Is the local tailor too expensive to keep it going to? Do you spend all your free time fixing clothing and making new outfits? Well, look no further than Blossom's new gear-powered cloth maker. This cloth maker has been engineered to use gears to move the needle in the motions that you would, but the gears can spin faster than your hands can move, and making spending all evening sewing a time of the past. And all for the small price of $3.20 clon.
I haven't had this much free time in so long. I don't know what to do.
Well, you're at it. You should buy our new soap for washing your clothes to make those newly fixed pants and shirts smell like they look. Good as new.
Are you dirty and need cleaning? Have you struggled to find the soap that works for you? Are they all using these newfangled chemicals you ain't sure work? Well, come on down to the store and buy Wonder Soap. That's right, Wonder Soap. With one natural ingredient we found in the earth, we know it won't have any side effects that'll give you dying or anything. That's right, Wonder Soap. Here.
I used to spend hours scrubbing my laundry with ordinary soap, but it never got rid of the stains and dirt. Then I tried Wonder Soap, and I couldn't believe my eyes. It removed all the grime and grease in minutes and left my clothes smelling fresh and clean. Now I have more time to do things I love, thanks to the Wonder Soap.
You heard it from our satisfied customers. The Wonder Soap is truly a wonder of modern science. And now, for a limited time only, you can get a free sample of Wonder Soap with every purchase of Blackheart light bulb. That's right, a free sample of Wonder Soap with every Blackheart light bulb you buy. Don't miss this opportunity to try the best soap in the world. Order now while supplies last. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors and advertisers, especially Becca Lightbulb, who's given us the equipment to improve our radio station and take it from a local capital city radio to the Flerian national radio it is today. Now we start with music, which will be preceded with Marshmallow. We are now starting the show, Marshmallow, with the episode The Adventures with Creation. It all begins the scientist in a lab. This recording has actually been salvaged from the laboratory itself. We will be creating new episodes for the show starting next week. Make sure to tune in then at 3.
Test log 1. The water in this lake seems to be thicker than normal water, and it glows a hue of green. We're going to dip 5 chocolate bars into the water and see how they react. In room temperature water, they dissolve after 10 minutes. Test log 2. It appears as though the water has not melted the chocolate, even though it has been 30 minutes, but it appears as though the chocolate is almost moving. Test log 3. The chocolate is alive. The water has stopped glowing, and the chocolate is trying to speak to us. We are moving the 5 of them to a container used for squishmunks. Test log 4. The chocolate has been speaking Flerian. We are not sure how, but some theorize that they have picked it up from us. The chocolate is acting as if it is a young child. Some staff members are not sure how to react and are acting as if they are children. Test log 5. As a test for the chocolate, we ran electricity through them. They appear to have felt pain, but they also seem to grow in size. Test log 6. We drew a soul rune on the chocolate and found out that they have souls. They are weak and small, like found in people on their deathbeds, but they seem to still be there. The electricity seems to have charged their souls, leading us to the idea of using electricity to power people's souls and runes. Test log 7. Today we found that 4 of the chocolates have grown to human size. As a result of the electric experimentation, they are speaking less sensibly. Test log 8. We've lost them. We've lost them all, and we don't know where they went, but they're gone. We're dropping more candies into the lake to see if it reacts differently. Test log 9. Some of my research partners have been disappearing in the lab. We're unsure if they've run from the lab or if they've fallen into the lake during recent experiments. While exploring in the woods in the area, we have found spears and dead guards with their swords missing. The base commander has called for reinforcements to support the defense of the nation. Test log 10. We have found a successful experiment and have created a marshmallow with fully Elysian intellect. This promising candidate has proven to us that this experiment should work. Test log 11. One of my fellow researchers fell into the lake. I saw it happen. I saw his soul try to leave, but a net kept him there. It'll take us all. This is not safe. Test log. They are dropping one after another. I can't keep this up. It went from 100 people base here to 21. 79 have died or disappeared. Things in the lab are moving on their own. This lake, it's messing with us, haunting us. Test log 20. I don't understand. I went to check on the candy to feed them, and they were running. I turned on the heat. They can't escape. I can't let them. Test log 21. They can't win. I won't let them. I lost count of days. I think I missed a few. I am the last researcher here. The soldiers want to leave. There's only 4 left. At least we don't need food. Test log 22. I see them. I can see them all. They can't hide from me. They can't hide. They can't. I'll get them all. The souls wander into the lab and I see them. Test log 23. I don't know what a test log is, but the creators used to do this all the time. I found his devices and decided to make my own. The creator has disappeared. He didn't go into the lake, he just disappeared. I don't know where he went, but I hope he's safe. Adventure log 1. I decided to go on an adventure. Creator isn't here anymore, so I want to find him. I also found a bag with my mother on the top. I think if I find more bags, I'll find my family. I've been practicing my skills to lift this log, but I might have to leave it behind.
Marshmallow starts his adventure. A scientist has disappeared with his entire lab team and 75 soldiers. There sure is a lot of mystery in this story. The preceding episodes are writers at Flerian News trying to imagine what adventures our friendly Marshmallow got up to after he left that adventure log. Tune in once a week to listen to new episodes. Thursday will be rerunning this episode, so tune into your radios to this station if you missed out on the broadcast. Now a few words for our sponsors, then local capital city news, followed by a special interview with Penda about her campaign. Are you driving your steamer and you keep getting things in your eyes? Does the sun keep getting in your eyes, making driving more difficult? Try our new glasses, with glass especially made to stop small rocks from hitting your eyes. Special tint to make sure your eyes are safe from the harsh light from the sun or moons if you're driving at night. For the low price of 30 clone, you can get these goggles at all general stores in the Flerian state.
Have you been trying to get to work but power is too expensive? Have you ever been driving down the road and you have to stop because traffic is too busy? Have you ever wished you could be more active on your trip to work? Well, look no further than the BiStreamer, a transportation machine that allows you to travel to work powering your engine with your feet. Simply spin the turbines with your feet and it will charge up the battery, propelling you forward. You can charge up the battery at your house using a simple power transfer. All of this is supplied by the wonders of the Rosine Auto Works, designing transportation for the future.
Wow, it sure is hot today.
It sure is. Good thing I have this Frigium, the new drink by Portillo.
Isn't Frigium what keeps my fridge cold?
Yes, Frigium has been specifically engineered to help keep you cold with chemicals derived from Frigium, hence the name.
Is that safe to drink?
Frigium normally is not safe to drink, but with the chemicals they add to drink it, it makes it perfect for a hot afternoon like today.
Welcome back to Flurry National Radio. Here with us, we have our special guest, Penda, the Prime Commander, to tell us about her upcoming election.
Yes, I am running for re-election in my position of Prime Commander, as I feel as though my plans in office are not yet finished.
Any more details you could share?
During my time in power, I have been heavily defensive in the war, which has lost me a lot of popularity with the people. But my plan is with this new technology from Otto, we could push back against the Quatarians and their empire.
You plan on going on the offense?
Yes, I'm hoping to be able to reclaim some of our land and help push for more unity in our country.
That is a unique strategy. Hopefully the people will like it more than your old defensive strategy. But thank you for this interview, Prime Commander, but we have to cut it short as we have advertisements coming up. Have you wanted to dry and straighten out your clothes faster than ever? Do you have work in an hour and your clothes are still wet? Well, look no further than our new patented steam cleaner. With this new steam technology, you're able to flatten and dry your clothes faster than ever, and for the low, low price of 100 coin. Make sure to pick it up at your local store, and get some Darlock's best brand detergents. For washing your clothes, they smell as good as new. Welcome back to Capital City News. As of recent, the elections have taken hold of the city as Penda holds speech after speech to win over her audience and re-election for Prime Commander. On the other end of the spectrum, Theodore is presenting a speech on the war in the north as Otto is making large advancements in the war's technological prowess, with a guest speaker of Raymond Stevens to speak out how the war should move on to a new offensive action. A new steamer shop has opened in the outer walls, selling the newest, most high-tech steamers from the GI brand. Along with this new steamer shop, there will be a new push by Theodore to make new paved roads for safer and quicker transport with steamers. With this initiative, roads have already been made connecting the largest cities in Florida, and smaller roads connecting few of the larger cities in most states. In some news, there was a cave-in at the Aerolite mine in South. In more news, there was a cave-in at the Aerolite mine in the south, leaving 12 dead and 40 injured. Our hearts are here in the studio for the one. In more news, there was a cave-in at the Aerolite mine in the south, leaving 12 dead, 40 injured. Our hearts here at the studio are out for those who are lost and their families. Tales from the front lines will be closing off our station for the night.
I had went to Fort Cortatia for the usual checkup, but when I got there, we were attacked. I had to rush to the truck I went in on and grab my gun. When I returned to the fort, a shell smashed in the wall next to me, tossing shrapnel in the air, leaving a scar on my arm, cut so bad I couldn't fire my gun, so I grabbed the flag and started waving it as high as I could. The flag empowering our Flerian men. They pushed off the attackers and chased them back to the border, being the first victory for our nation since the war started. For my bravery as highest ranking at the fort at the time, and for my bravery for standing in front of combat and injured, I stood strong and found a way to keep fighting as I brought to Penda, the newly, at the time, elected Prime Commander, as one of the soldiers who would be selected as Penda's second in command. And as the story goes,
They walked into my office, their uniform dirty from battle, blood on their arm from their injury, and their hair a mess, their eyes sparkling with pride and hope. They saluted me, and I knew in that moment that they were the ones. They didn't avoid combat and sit in the back like the other options. They didn't disrespect me with a soft salute, nor did they. Didn't hide their wounds. They held them proud as a warrior. And they proved in combat that they could command, even with an injury, leaving their arm useless for the rest of the battle.
And with that touching story from our Prime Commander and her second in command, we are closing off the radio station for the night. Rest well, Fleria, and remember, Carthon watches over you.